You ever notice how people love to say, you can't pour from an empty cup? So tired of that. Now it's cute, but wrong. I mean, dead wrong. Because you were never the cup, you were the fountain. Yeah. You see, the cup is the role: husband, wife, creator, parent, leader, friend. But the fountain is the identity, the consciousness, the connection, the source. And if your fountain is tapped into God, you don't run out, you circulate. You see, burnout isn't about effort, it is about fragmentation. So let me be real for a second. I used to think balance was the goal. Like if I gave more time here, I'd lose more there. If I poured into content, I drained my marriage. If I poured into work, I drained my purpose. If I poured into myself, I drained my responsibilities. You ever feel that way? Because all of that was before I understood the architecture, before I understood spiritual interoperability, before I realized it's not the balance that keeps you full, it's bandwidth. So it goes like this: one fountain, many cups, same flow, different direction. No leakage, no loss, no pretending. And if you get that, if you feel that, understand what this did, because it changed everything. And this isn't just some inspirational talk. This is biology. Come on, you know me by now. This is psychology. This is neuroscience. This is spirituality. This is system logic. So let's start breaking this down clean, not in metaphor, but in mechanism. Let's open up the black book and get busy. Here's what's happening inside you, inside all of you, right now. One, the fountain equals identity plus source. This is your true self, ego quiet, shadow integrated, spirit aligned. When that happens, it's all connected to God like a live wire. This is where influence comes from. Inner authority directing outward reality. Two, now the cups, they all equal roles. Each role is just a container. Your wife, your husband gets a cup. Your children, if you got 7, they all get one. Your purpose gets a cup. Your job gets a cup. Your body gets a cup. But all cups get filled from the same fountain. So the quality of the water stays consistent. 3, the plumbing, those equal the principles. For me, it is God, faith, honor, loyalty. These are the pipes. You don't get to have different pipes for different rooms. You don't shapeshift that way. Different tone, sure. Different behavior, obvious. But the internal principles stay the same. Like when I'm in business, I'm a businessman. When I'm home, I'm a husband. Same person, but the mode is a bit different, right? Then 4, the pressure equals preparedness. Preparedness isn't anxiety. It's knowing which cup gets filled and when. It's waking up and knowing exactly where your water needs to flow. That is flow architecture. 5, the mistake. Most people use different fountains. They pray from one fountain, parent from another, lead from another, create from another. And then you wonder why the water tastes inconsistent. You see, fragmented fountains equal a fractured life. Same fountain, different cups. Let me ask you, has your life been balanced or just brittle? Has your energy been flowing or leaking? Has your soul been circulating or clogging? Has your identity been consistent or costume changing? And you don't got to say it to me. You don't got to put it in the comments, but I assure you, you will feel the difference the moment you stop managing cups and start managing the fountain. Because the fountain is where God speaks. The cups are where you just listen. But let's get deeper together. Spiritual interoperability equals one identity, many expressions. It's why I said I'm the same whether I'm a husband or a professional. It's just the ability to shift roles without shifting your soul. And most people think they do this all the time. They don't. So in that way, most people don't have a time problem. They have a role switching lag. The psychological cost of swapping identities instead of swapping containers. Don't miss that, please. It's why people parent like managers, lead like victims, pray like strangers, create like imposters. Their fountain is all confused. Their water is mixed with fear. Their pipes are rusted with old belief. But when you run one operating system, the Interfluence operating system, everything sinks. Now you pray with the same principles you create with. You lead with the same faith you parent with. You work with the same obedience you worship with. None of that quiet quitting, man. This is the architecture that keeps you full. So let me ask you again. Where are you overflowing? Where are you leaking? Where are you forcing flow? Where are you choking flow? Where are you pretending? Where are you forgetting? Where are you abandoning your own fountain to fill somebody else's cup? Ooh, those answers hurt because your life will tell you the truth if you listen for the pressure points. So let's bring this one in close because we already know. None of this, the systems, the science, the spirit, the flow, none of it means anything if you can't use it tomorrow morning when life hits you with 3 different demands and you try to be 10 different people with one exhausted soul. You see, identity must lead, roles must follow. And you already know, baby, it is that time to do you. So let's do you and let's do it together. 5 moves, 1 consciousness, 1 consciousness, faith meets functionality. Let's start with disrupt. Yeah. You're going to want to catch the leak. When you feel drained, don't ask, why am I tired? Ask, where am I pouring from fear instead of source? Disrupt that. Then you want to own it. Reconnect the main line. Say it out loud. All my roles, non-negotiable. They drink from the same identity. This restores inner coherence. Own that you are the fountain. Then you want to yield. Let God handle the pressure. Stop trying to be the plumber and the fountain. Let the architect regulate the flow. Trust in God. Then you want to observe. Map out the cups. What needs a pour today? Not everything needs one, I promise you. What can wait? What is calling you out of ego, not obedience? Then you want to unleash. Pour with precision. When you move, move fully. When you give, give completely. When you switch lanes, switch identities, never, never. Only cups. That is how a fountain stays full. And them is your 5 moves. That's 1 consciousness. My beautiful community of influencers. You were never the cup, ever. You were always the fountain, and the fountain never runs out as long as it remembers its source. So may your water stay clean. May your flow stay sacred. May your principles stay welded. May your cups be many, but your identity be one. Bring you back, bring God back, because you own it or be owned by it. You either run the system or the system runs you. Change your fountain, change your mind, change your life. I am who I say I am. Do you and stay rich.